if you are single and trying to get a date, and when you get a date, you're going on the first date, getting exciting, really positive, and then the person never calls back after that first date, or maybe one more, but looks like going nowhere. So, me as a love coach, as a love mentor, want to give you tips and tips and tips and help you how much I can for you to do maybe a little bit extra something, or maybe something what not to do, mistakes what we do on the datings, to be sure what you will get another and another and another date, and maybe we'll go to a beautiful future. So watch today's 3 tips, and if you did miss any other tips what I was giving before, watch with a couple videos before. Watch couple videos on Instagram, on YouTube, and on the Facebook. So today's tip would be really, when you're going on the date, everybody is nervous. Don't forget the person what you're going on the date is nervous as well. Because for the person, it's not like, oh yeah, another, and maybe it is, but you need to make sure he will remember you or she will remember you, because you left the person feeling better. Not about like, is this one or not this one? Mostly, and big people like big thing, and people really always saying, people will forget how you looked. People will forget maybe what you wear in your hair. People will forget, many other things, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So of course, what do we do for some stranger to make them feel good? First, and very important, and for any conversation with any other person, take an interest in the person's chat, in the person's talking about something. Like sometimes happens like, oh, I just started a new job. Good. Me too, actually. And takes over from it and forgetting. Ask more questions. Wow, what is that? Are you excited about it? You are starting a new job. Where is it? What is this will be happening? Take an interest about the thing, what is important for the person. Because as I was saying, person is nervous as well. Or sometimes you need someone on the street and they just say, oh, this is something happened. And you like just, yeah, that's happened to me too. Oh, yeah, and keep talking about yourself. And this is very, very naturally happens, but it's very unpolite. And person was like, I kind of wanted to say something in here, but looks like somebody took over. And the person left like, I don't care really what you're saying. I more care to tell more about me. So that's very, very important. And if you're ever doing just with normally with other people, engaging with other people, make them feel special and important in this conversation. And that's not only by dating, but actually every time, everywhere. Make person feel good. And when is the person really feels good? When you're giving some compliment or like uplifting, like say, like I was saying, like, oh, I just starting a new job. Well done. It must be really exciting. How do you feel? Oh, I don't know. I may be nervous. Not to worry. You will be fine. Like a little bit kind of uplifting and making the person feel better. Or not just like, yeah, my God, I remember I was getting first job, was terrible people in there. I was all terrified and person like, oh, I don't want to go there. Don't make them feel down and lower or scared even because you sharing some interesting story, but actually he didn't or she didn't ask, do you know any stories, terrible stories to make me more scared about it, about the situation? So be very sure whatever you say, what your situation, what your story would not make person more kind of terrified, more nervous, more scared about the situation, actually uplift and make sure the person really more happier about this situation. Okay. And if you don't know how, because we having four types of people in the world. Of course, we have billions and millions different people, personalities, but we are very much four types. And this four types is very important when you know the type, so you know what is important for the person. I know it's a little bit harsh maybe to understand in the first date, but I bet you talked already with the person, maybe online, maybe on calls, or maybe, somehow. So you can have a little clue what is the person, what he likes, or she or he, what they do, So before you went on the date or something, you knew a little bit more about the person. And that's why it's very important when you talking with me on the free consultation, we can keep going and working further, where you will learn how to know which person is which person is you, and which person type of person will suit you to date and have a better future. So you're not just shooting, oh, this one liked me, okay, I go and spend my years, and this is not the right person, and then another one, not the right person, and another right person, and in the end you see like, whoa, it's not much time left, and I don't know, I'm really fed up. That's happened to me, and I felt really, really, oh my God, how much more not right ones. But when I find this formula, when I learn some of this formula from many, many, many amazing teachers, actually I discovered this amazing things that actually helps me now and in my personal life and actually in business as well. So another tip would be, as I already saying, about the conversation, uplift the person and ask the questions, but actually keep asking the question, like go into the further conversation. Because sometimes it's like, oh, we find the conversation, and for 5 seconds, it's like, yeah, so how are you? Yeah, I'm fine. Do you like the weather? Yeah, I love it. And it stops. So what do you do in this weather? Like, what do you like about it? Like, ask questions. And maybe ask questions like open questions. Do you like this? No. Do you happy? No. Is this white or black? White. It's like very easy to understand the answer. Maybe, so what do you like about it? Nothing. Why nothing? Well, I don't know, it makes me hot, like some people give out about the weather already. So it's just really kind of try to ask questions. Don't be like asking, but actually when you ask question, you can say, yeah, actually that's me as well. And yeah, because questions, you don't need to always think about some story to tell and to go into the deep story and all that, but sometimes just a simple questions, could open conversation and then could go further in something bigger story or something or joke, and it's in the end makes it more lighter and it looks like flowing conversation, or not just like yes, no, yes, okay, so what do we talk now, but if you say, so what do you think about this, then what do you like, and don't argue. That's another, it would be third tip. Ask question was the second one, but the third tip, don't make the person kind of say, oh, why do you don't like that, and starting like kind of arguing. Oh no, that's the best part of it. It's for you, it's not for the person. So be very sure not to get into the conflicting kind of mind. I remember one lady, she said, like, it was amazing. She said, I'm really fed up of dating because every time after dating, I end up with an argument. I'm like, how can you argue when you're just in the first date? But of course, it's easy to argue, like 5 seconds and you could argue. But actually, because she was always would kind of ask question and straight away, how you don't like this? Like, that's wonderful. Or opposite, how can you do this? That's terrible. Like say, like I find a new job and I'm, oh my God, how can you do this? Like, So another job probably looking for you, and you really like it makes person like really like what? I never thought about it. And she would find the anything to kind of say, oh my God, how did you dare to do that? And I was like, why do you say that? I don't know. I just felt, maybe he need to know what he doing. It's not always nice. It's like you doing something now, and it's not nice for the person to understand, like to kind of be teached and kind of like a teacher nearly. Don't do that. Do you know that? And it's like, and like, of course, sometimes end up in the politics, what I already mentioned in another one video. She loved talk about politics, but she could not never find the person who would be for the same politicians. And actually that's one big, big, big no. Don't touch politics in the dating, and no politics, no religion, and no any kind of things what could create conflict. Like say, oh, I love this weather, and maybe the person hates the weather. Maybe they have a health condition where they not able to stand this heat. I'm just kind of giving an example. And some person would say, oh, you terrible, I love it, I'm just doing this and doing that. And the person may be really hard to, but because I've seen in many people, one person loves the heat, and another person maybe loves warm but not the heat. And that is completely different stories. But when you're talking, make sure, like say in about the weather, if we say like if the person say, oh, I hate heat, and you like listen, okay, so that's mean this person don't really like to go on the summer holidays, on the sun holidays. So we can straight away ask, do you ever go to sun holidays? Because there is normally warm. No, I hate that. I more prefer snow, snow holidays. And you could nearly like, whoa, wait a minute. I never went on snow holidays. Would be interesting to try, but do I really want to? And that's already first kind of say little flag, little kind of say chatting conversation, figure out kind of what the person is, because more you figure out, look at the future and you say, oh yes, you don't like heat, and that's okay. No, it's not. Then you will be need to go on holiday, and you will want to pick the date, and you will say, oh my God, this is summer holiday, let's go somewhere where it's warm or something like this. Oh no, 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 and that already first simple thing for argument in the future. Like not like argument, but really like, so where do we go? Well, I don't know, I don't want to. Of course, it's many places where to go and many places when to go, and that's why Octobers and Novembers and Septembers and Decembers, it's everywhere. It's all different choosing you can do. But the biggest point, make sure now you understand the person. If the person don't like the heat, ask why you don't like it. Is this like health condition, or you just don't like it, or you don't like working? Like I'm working and I'm sewing and I'm ironing and it's really warm, so I leave all my things what I need to do with the iron now in evening. So I'm kind of working on that. But yes, in the daytime it's very hard to work. But at the same time, if the person saying, oh, I don't like heat, like nothing, no at all, and asks straight away, so did you ever go to summer holidays, like to sun holidays? And if person says, no, I don't like it, this is not my type, I would not. And if you are sun holidays fan, think about it, because that's already simple thing saying, wait a minute, maybe that's a little sign. So that's why it's always good to talk about something and questioning what you would figure out more what is important for you. But I was saying, don't forget, we're having 4 type of people, and you are one of them. And if you be with some other person, they are one of some of the type. And if you don't know how to be with that person, how to deal with that person, what person likes and what person don't likes, and you being with that, and you're trying like, why is he so silly? Why she don't understand me? Why I can't do this and I love it and the person don't love it? That's normal for other person, but not for you. And that's maybe you can't be together. Or you have to be very smart, because you know what the person likes. And that's why it would be the best to talk with me first, to have a free consultation, see what the future holds for you, and let's see how you can make your dating life a lot faster, a lot, can I say, smoother, because you know with which ones to go dating and with which ones not. Because you know who are you know who is the person, and now you know how to keep together, happy each other. And that's what I'm wishing for you. Don't ever stop believing in love, because I know it's all worth it. All worth it. So I'm sending you loads of love. I'm talk to you tomorrow, but at the same time, send me private message now so I can put you in my diary and we will talk 15 minutes and see how can we make your love life more successful. Loads of love, and I talk to you tomorrow.